Hey, what's up? This is Todd with Real Social Dynamics, and the topic of today's video is how to make a girl cheat on her boyfriends. Now, before I get into this topic, I want to give you guys a few warnings. Number one, this is not a moral endorsement of any particular behavior. I'm not telling you what you should do or that a particular behavior is right or wrong. I'm here to teach you the social dynamics behind this particular thing. Not necessarily condone you doing it or say that it's morally the correct thing to do. But I know you guys are going to try, so you may as well do it right. Secondly, I want to warn you guys that boyfriends can be angry, jealous, crazy motherfuckers. And especially chody boyfriends who think they will never get another girl of the same caliber again can be dangerous and violent. So I want to put that warning out to you as well. Okay, so this is no laughing matter. This isn't something you fucked around with. However, what the fuck? I'll put it out there, why not? So, how do you sleep with a girl that has a boyfriend? First of all, if you're good at game, you probably already have done it, whether you know it or not. A lot of times, in fact, most of the time, hot girls already are seeing somebody. They have a boyfriend or they're hooking up with someone or there is another man in the picture. Hot girls that like sex typically are not getting sex. So fact of the matter is you've probably already done this without even knowing it. But what I'm specifically speaking to here is how do you deal with it once they bring it up, once they make an issue of it, once they bring it to your attention. Okay? And what I will say is the prime concern is getting the girl alone with you, period. That's it, okay? You don't want to necessarily super seduce her at the time that you meet her. You don't want to seduce her over the phone, that sort of thing. The whole goal is to get in a one-on-one situation with the girl where something can happen. Similar to an olive game, but especially true for girls with boyfriends because there's a lot more sort of anti-slut defense and resistance on their part when you start engaging their logical mind. So the primary concern, basically the only concern, is get them alone with you, whatever the premise, however it needs to happen. That's where your focus should be, okay? So, when talking to a girl and I find out that she has a boyfriend, if I find out at the time of meeting her, at the first meeting that she has a boyfriend, then what I will do is I will be flirty, be fun, be cool, but I will also give her a plausible deniability. I'll give her the plausible deniability that we could be friends. I'll even joke around that maybe I'm gay, that sort of thing. I'll give her whatever deniability she needs so that she can come meet up with me without feeling slutty about it. I also will not escalate super hard on her. I will not make it so that she feels like if we hang out, it's gonna be for sex. Because again, that's gonna shoot me in the foot later. That's gonna keep me from actually being able to get her out. And again, that's the primary concern. Trust that you are better than the boyfriend. Trust that you know what you're doing later on, and that if she spends time with you, she will like you. Trust that, okay? You don't have to prove anything, just get her out. Now, specifically, the other time that this will come up a lot, and this is the one I really want to speak to in this particular video, is what happens when they tell you either on a date or they tell you over the phone once you're already flirting and once you already almost have a date set up with them that they have a boyfriend. A lot of times this will happen obnoxiously close to the date even. Say you have an 8 o'clock date, you'll get a text at 6:30 that says, hey, I just wanted to tell you, I'm really sorry, I have a boyfriend. I don't know if that changed anything for you. I don't know if you still want to see me, etc., etc., something like that. And when you get that text, the response that I have found works for me is something along the lines of, no problem, such matters have never concerned me, or something of that nature. And the reason I like that is that it says two things at once. Number one, it says that, well, maybe three things. Number one, it says the whole thing's not a big deal, right? It's not a big deal. It's not to be taken super seriously. It's not this big weighty issue. And that's important as well. That's sort of the tone of the message. In terms of that such things have never concerned me though, on the one hand, she could interpret that to mean that you never intended to hook up with her, that you're just a friendly guy and that nothing's going to go down, which makes her feel really safe. On the other hand, you could say it could be interpreted to mean such things have never concerned me, as in I'm not concerned that you have a boyfriend, it changes nothing, which is a very good frame too, because it's a very cocky alpha asshole frame. So it gives her the plausible deniability without actually backing down or being too weak or wimpy or bowing down or making yourself subservient to the boyfriend. So I really like that frame. But typically what's going to happen is then either on the phone, via text, or in person, you're going to get the question of, don't you think it's wrong that I have a boyfriend, or how would you feel if you had a girlfriend and she was out somewhere, that sort of thing. You're going to get that objection, and it's a very logical objection, right? It's a logical objection, logical conversation. And typically with girls, I say, change her mood, not her mind, and that's the first thing you should do. That's the first thing you should always do with any objection. Change her mood, not her mind. Try and avoid having the objection come up, etc. But if it actually really does come up, and this is a logical objection, she's bringing it up in a logical way, I'll show you how to logically reframe the objection so that she pretty much has no recourse through debate, through rhetoric, to see you and to hang out with you and to see where it goes, okay? So, say I get that question, this is basically how my speech goes. Look, I'm basically an economist. I believe in free markets. I believe that people should be free to make decisions and to choose what is best for them. And so with that in mind, I think that any situation, any new information you can have in your life can only be a good thing. So let's take it hypothetically. Let's say that we hang out. I'll probably have a great time together. I mean, every time we've talked so far, it's been fun. You're fun, I'm fun. We have a good sense of humor, good chemistry, whatever. I'm sure we'll have a good time together. So worst case, you have a good time. And better yet, if we hang out, and in spite of how cute, charming, sexy, amazing, fun, and incredible I am, at the end of it, you still love your boyfriend more than me, and you want to go back and continue being boyfriend and girlfriend with him, you're going to go back with the knowledge that even someone as amazing as I was couldn't make you stray. And how much stronger is that going to make your relationship? You're going to go back and you're going to appreciate him in a way that you never have before. It'll make your relationship that much stronger. In fact, if I was him, I would actually want to encourage you to see me, right? Because it just encourages you to make the best decision. Because if you two are right, it's only going to cement you better. And if you two are wrong, it's good that you find that out, and it's good that you work it out. In fact, I've always said, like, when I'm dating a girl, I encourage my girls that I'm dating to have male friends and to hang out with other guys and stuff, because I know, I mean, I'm arrogant, call me cocky, but I know that whatever time that you spend with another guy and then you spend time with me, it's only going to make you like me more by comparison. So like I said, it's just good information. So, you know, if we hang out and we have a good time, that's positive. And then if you go back to your boyfriend and make your relationship even stronger, that's even more positive. So that's a good thing. On the other hand, let's say we hang out and it's amazing, like it's like incredible, best time ever, ridiculous, and we just like are totally in love, and it's like something out of a movie, then that's amazing too. Then you get the opportunity to make an even better decision and to make yourself even happier and have an even better life than you would have otherwise. So the point is, either way though, like, it's just information. It's just information, right? I mean, information can never be bad. And making a better, more informed decision in life and having a good time in the process can never be a bad thing. So, you know what? I say just come hang out, no strings attached. I don't want it to be like signed in blood that anything has to go down between us. In fact, you know what? Let's take it slow. Let's just hang out and chill out, and no big deal. If we end up as friends, that's totally cool. I can always use good female friends. I mean, worst case, you probably have cute friends you can hook me up with anyway. So let's just do that. Should be good. I mean, we both were planning on seeing each other tonight, so we don't have any other plans anyway. Come out, we'll have a good time, and let's take it from there. Sound good? Okay, cool. And I've given that speech a few times. Actually, every single time I've given that speech, I've gotten the girl out, and I think every single time I've given that speech, I've slept with the girl. I'm trying to remember a time when I haven't, and I can't. Now, one quick note on this, I do some speeches. I'll put some speeches out where I do narrate the situation, or I do tell you, like, kind of breaking things down logically. I want to let you know that's a last resort. It's not like I'm walking up to a girl in a club, she says she has a boyfriend, and I roll this speech out on her, okay? This is as a last resort. This is when nothing else is working. So, again, emotions first, go with the flow first, and then you can hard sell logic, hammer it over her head if you absolutely have to. But remember, it's a last resort. It's not the first priority, okay? So there's the infamous boyfriend speech. Use it at your own risk. If you use it well, you'll have some crazy adventures, some of which will be pleasant and some of which will be unpleasant. I've had girls roll over in bed next to me and call their boyfriend and tell them how much they love them right after, like, fucking the shit out of me. And I've also had one time a very angry call from a boyfriend, which scared the shit out of me. So take it with caution, use it with a grain of salt, be smart about it. And almost more importantly than the actual lesson on how to sleep with a girl with a boyfriend, what I really want you to learn from this is the art of reframing, the art of argument, and the art of sort of narrating a situation to your advantage. Okay, the power of setting the frame. If you set the frame, if you set the assumptions going into a situation, then you control everything that comes out of the situation. And so that's applicable to girls with boyfriends, but it's applicable to everything with girls, everything with men, every conversation, negotiation, sale you're gonna make in your entire life. So yeah, learn the lesson. Yeah, if you happen to sleep with some girls with boyfriends, I hope you have fun, but also learn reframing, learn how to structure an argument properly, and I hope you take that away too. All right, that's it. Signing off. Till next time.